Hi everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to speak about Kundalini energy and spiritual crisis. And the question is, can Kundalini energy send you into a spiritual crisis? I'm going to try to answer this question in this video. Now, before starting, if you are new here to the channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment. And if you wish to be part of my spiritual podcast called Consciously Awakening, feel free to send me a message. Also, if you wish to work with me on a one-on-one level and really get to know yourself in a more spiritual way, feel free to also send me a message. Now, Kundalini energy, it is a really powerful energy. It is an energy that can actually shift your body's consciousness. It can actually shift you at a subconscious level. It can actually shift you in a spiritual way. And usually when this energy awakens, it can actually have consequences. Okay, so if we don't learn to actually treat our energy in a positive way, it may actually send us into a crisis. And oftentimes this crisis is called the dark night of the soul. Okay, it is called the dark night of the soul. And usually in the dark night of the soul, we let go of our ego. We experience an ego death. Okay, we experience something that really changes us at a deep level. Okay, and in my own journey of experiencing a Kundalini awakening, I have been through a huge crisis where I didn't really know how to express myself. I didn't really know what was going on with myself. It actually hit me in an instant. Okay. And really Kundalini energy is divine life force, feminine energy that actually lays at the back of our spine, okay? So when this energy awakens, it has the power to actually awaken our chakra system. And really when we open our chakra system, we experience bliss, we experience higher consciousness, we experience abundance, we experience a new mindset, a new perception. And in my own subjective experience, this experience has lasted for around 1 year. Okay, so for 1 year I was really in bliss, I was in harmony, I was really connected with my higher self. But in the second stage of the spiritual awakening, the dark night of the soul may come and hit us. And this is actually the spiritual crisis, the dark night of the soul. And usually what we have to do in the dark night of the soul is we gotta learn to actually look deep within our own consciousness. We gotta learn to actually begin to let go. We gotta learn to actually face the crisis, okay? So when this energy awakens, it has the power to really shift your subconscious mind. And it has the power to actually trigger stuck energy that is locked in your subconscious energy, okay? In the mental plane. So I've seen in my own journey that I had to be careful. Okay, I had to be careful with my own spiritual journey. I had to actually take care of my own energy. And yes, the spiritual seeker, the spiritual warrior actually chooses to go through a crisis. So what we must learn to do in those moments, we gotta acknowledge the fact that it's okay to experience this. And really the transpersonal teacher, Stanislav Grof, really talks about the spiritual emergency. And really so many people are called crazy in this spiritual crisis, okay, because classical medicine doesn't really know how to approach this, okay, and people are given treatment, people are given meds, okay, people are being hospitalized. But usually it is actually a spiritual crisis, and in this spiritual crisis we really have the potential to actually awaken new energies. We have the potential to really connect to a deeper part of ourselves. We have the power to actually go deep into the human psyche and get to actually unleash some new energies there. So yes, Kundalini energy may have the power to actually send you into a spiritual crisis. And again, this is actually called the dark night of the soul. So if you are experiencing the dark night of the soul, realize that it's not an easy experience to be experienced, because you may experience your past life karma. You may experience subconscious energy that is stuck at a subconscious level. You may experience a huge crisis. But what I've seen in those moments was the fact that I had to listen to myself. Okay, I had to listen to myself, I had to love myself, I had to appreciate myself, and really I had to face the pain. And usually in the spiritual crisis, the pain is huge, okay, because we really experience an ego death and we don't really know what is happening with us. So I've seen in my own journey that I didn't really have the maturity necessary to realize that I was actually experiencing a spiritual crisis. But right now when I'm looking at my past, I don't really regret it. Maybe I regret it in some way, but I'm also seeing that it was actually a gift, and the gift was to actually find the secret within myself. Okay, so yes, Kundalini energy can actually trigger a spiritual crisis, and Kundalini energy is actually life force energy. It means that it is actually a really powerful energy to be experienced. And of course, the purpose of a Kundalini awakening is to actually experience nirvana and bliss and harmony and peace and abundance and higher consciousness. But it also has the power to actually destroy our energy field, okay? Because the energy is so powerful that when it awakens, it actually shifts the subconscious patterns. It actually shifts the energy. It shifts everything in our own consciousness. So yes, Stanislav Grof really talks about it, and I really love Stanislav Grof and his own holotropic experiences, his own higher conscious experiences, okay? And usually the purpose of a Kundalini awakening, is for us to actually step into a higher state of consciousness, okay? It is for us to actually experience our true, authentic, complete self. But it takes time and it takes patience. So if you are experiencing a spiritual crisis caused by the Kundalini awakening, realize that you need patience, you need time, you need recalibration, you need grounding. Okay, I believe that grounding is so important in this process. You cannot waste your energy on addictions. You cannot waste your energies on low vibrational states of consciousness. You gotta step into that high vibrational state of consciousness. You gotta step into that high frequency. Okay, so yeah, Kundalini energy is real. And everybody has Kundalini energy because it is life force energy. For some people this energy is asleep, and for some people this energy is awake. Okay, I've seen in my own journey that when this energy was asleep, I was actually asleep myself. Okay, and I didn't really know how to express myself. I didn't really question the nature of existence itself. But when this energy awakened, it really has sent me into a higher plane of consciousness. It really has sent me into a higher vibrational frequency, but it also had the power to actually destroy my energy field, okay? So yeah, this is today's message about Kundalini energy and spiritual crisis. Yes, you must be careful when you awaken your Kundalini energy because it has the power to actually shift your body's energy. In a positive way, of course, but also in a negative way. So you gotta be careful because it may actually send you in a spiritual crisis. And of course, spiritual crisis is okay to be experienced because everybody at some point may actually experience a spiritual crisis. It is part of the process. All that we gotta do is learn to actually listen to ourselves and to our intuition, because the intuition always speaks to us, okay? So we gotta love ourselves in those moments. We gotta embrace ourselves in those moments. We gotta appreciate and accept ourselves in those moments. So yes, guys, today's message was the fact that can Kundalini energy send you into a spiritual crisis? And the answer is yes. It can actually send you into hell if you are not careful. So my suggestion is take care of your own energy and get to actually grow at a spiritual level. Get to move into your higher self and get to actually see what that higher self wants from you. Okay, so yeah, realize that it's not easy, but it is happening with a purpose, and the purpose is for you to actually raise your consciousness. So yeah, this is today's message about Kundalini energy. Remember, Kundalini energy is divine life force feminine energy, and when this energy awakens, it really has the power to open your chakra system, your consciousness. It literally has the power to actually send you into a higher dimension. Okay, so yeah, realize that it's not easy in the spiritual journey, but everything that you are experiencing is because you need to actually experience those things. Okay, it is for your higher growth, it is for your higher purpose. It is happening because you need to actually mature yourself. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and again, if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment. And yeah, this is today's message about Kundalini energy. It is a really blissful experience, but at the same time we need to leave our egos behind, and we need to step into a higher state of consciousness where everything is happening with a higher purpose, and that purpose is for us to be our true authentic self. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and see you on what is coming up next. Remember, Kundalini energy is actually a very powerful energy, and it is actually not easy to be experienced, but in the end it has the power for your consciousness to go into a higher state. Thank you for watching, and see you on what is coming up next. I love you guys. Bye bye.